Oh my goodness. Oh, have you had a chance to watch WrestleMania yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh my goodness. This has been. You know what? I got odd taste in music. I don't care about it either, and I'm gonna play just a little bit of it. But this is what I've been listening to as I drive. It's been on my drive. Yes, it's been on my drive.
I feel like you're headed into the battle.
Oh man, head of the table. What are you talking about? Head of the table. And I listen to this at the work like, yeah, I got this thing. I got it.
I got you.
It got me going this morning. It straight up got me going this morning listening to that. And I was like, yup, I'm here for it. Give me Roman Reigns music now. Give me all of it. So yeah, I definitely listen to that. At work, in work, while I was working, all this stuff.
Gotcha.
So hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh. All right. Welcome back to another installment of Shut Up and Be Quiet. We talking over here. Please like, share, subscribe on Spotify, YouTube, all that stuff. Links will be in the description box if I remember to do it or know how to, because sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. I forget. Yeah, so welcome back. We're going to talk about a couple things today for everybody and just chatting with my cousin. So, cousin, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you. The pollen is trying to take me out.
I think it's after all of us.
At first, it was just simply obesity. Now it's obesity and pollen, so...
Oh, Lord. Taya, what do you have going on? What you got going on?
So I just hosted let me say this correctly. I just hosted the Funny Bone Comedy School grad show. And I'm possibly going to be doing a benefit comedy show at the end of the month for a little girl who has cancer. So I'm trying to rearrange my schedules to be able to make that and go out and do a set and raise some money for this little girl. And working on my weight loss so I can do the comedy thing, so I can be able to stand up on these stages and give a funny set to people who like to laugh.
All right, awesome. And
how about you? What you got going on?
I have children going on. All the children going on. All four of them. All of them doing stuff all the time.
Shout out to the people who have children. I am your favorite rich aunt. I have no children, so shout out to y'all. Y'all make it look easy.
Although it may look easy, it's not.
I can imagine.
It never is.
You said 4.
Yes, 4 of varying ages. So it is always something new. And parenting 4 kids who are totally different.
Different personalities.
4 different personalities require 4 different styles of parenting. The oldest one, cool as a cucumber, no problem. My daughter, I have to be super sensitive with her because I do.
Can't be rough with her.
My 6-year-old, which is his birthday today, just turned 6. That's my
birthday.
Josh. He just turned 6. Yeah, he's a different breed. And then the 3-year-old, he's
3-year-old for president.
He oh my goodness, if he was president, you know what? If he was president, you would have. It'll be pancake day every day.
Nice.
It'll be mandatory that you eat pancakes every day. Because he'll look up at me, point up to the pantry.
You want
pancakes.
to know?
All right, pancakes it is.
It's funny you say that. This takes me back to a time when I was a little girl. Your mom was babysitting me, and I think she had babysitted me like over the course of 3 days. My mom had something to do, and the first 2 days she made me pancakes, and then on the third day she was like, "No, you can't keep eating pancakes because they're Tyreek's favorite."
Yeah,
and so
his favorite
I think on
too.
that third day I had oatmeal. So it's so funny how genetics works.
Oh,
She
yeah.
said that, and I remembered that from my childhood because I was like, "Oh, cool pancakes." She's like, "No, you can't eat all the pancakes. Tyreek loves pancakes," and I was like, "So to know that your son loves pancakes,
he loves pancakes, but the whole
his
house like
uncle.
pancakes.
He's
Everyone loves pancakes.
Okay, I was going to say he's his uncle's child.
But he definitely points up like, I want those pancakes. All right, man. He the one that he's signaling like, up there. All right, that's what we got to do.
My parenting style as an aunt is, there is no style. If you want pancakes, we have pancakes. If you want cookies, we have cookies. If you want to rob a bank, hey, you know, I'm there to defend you. I tell people all the time, I'm biased when it comes to kids. Like, if your kid is a part of my life, I'm biased. They didn't do it. It's not their fault. Well, why won't you give it to them? If you don't, I will. So, shout out to all the aunts and uncles out there that are holding it down. Yes. I have no style. My style is, that's why I'm the favorite.
You got that right. You definitely got that right, because you let them get away with murder and
Absolutely.
They love it.
It's no such thing as murder unless it's actual murder. You know,
this is true.
A little living room fire.
No big deal.
It gives you an option to redecorate. Broken window, natural AC. Listen, I'm gonna argue it down. I'm the kid's lawyer. They could be holding up their social security card and birth certificate and ID to the camera, and I'm still gonna defend them. So I tell people all the time, I'm just biased, and that's just my right as an aunt.
But you know what though? That's a good thing to admit. That's a good thing to put out there. Like, hey, I'm biased. Yeah. People know where you stand, and I agree with that.
Listen,
if more people did that, the world would be a better place.
I just feel like parenting is so hard, and parents don't necessarily get to be friends with their children. Because you guys have to make hard decisions. So for me, I'm just like, I can just come in and be like that supplemental, just kind of how you see on the TV shows when the aunt or uncle come in town and they're like, oh, the kids are so happy like they haven't seen them in forever.
Yeah, because all y'all do is fun stuff.
Right.
It's just the fun stuff.
I come to bring the fun. Call me METHOD. He came to bring the pain. I came to bring the fun, so.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I got you.
So what we got in the lineup for today?
All right. What we going to talk about today.
Don't start none, won't be none.
Well, that might happen.
Okay.
That might happen a little later.
Okay.
But right now, what are 3 top travel destinations you want to go to?
3 top travel destinations.
Anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. All expenses paid.
Are you talking
anywhere in the world?
Are you talking like strictly like locations or like specifics?
Destination. Yeah, where you want to go specifically?
Okay. I definitely want to go to Africa.
Yeah.
I love nature. I love animals. I love watching animals. Now, I don't want to do like African safari where they jump up in the vehicle.
No.
I won't do that because when I go to Bird Park, the geese chase me. I think because I smell like bread. So if I smell like bread to the geese, what am I going to smell like to the lions? So no, I don't want to do that one. I want to do like, I'm in a protected vehicle and I can watch the animals do their thing. So I would love to travel all over Africa for like 2 weeks to a month.
Okay.
My next destination is right here in the good old US of A. So out in Vegas, they have this helicopter
that takes you over to Grand Canyon.
That takes you and you can shoot the military guns.
Oh, you can shoot the guns?
At the mountains.
Oh, that looks fun. That sounds so much fun.
And I'm gonna plug you into the Instagram page.
Yes.
And if you want like the deluxe package comes with like smoke bombs. They film a video of you like running to the chopper, and they make it all like.
So you mean to tell me I can live out my Arnold Schwarzenegger fantasy of shooting a big machine gun?
Yes. Military chopper, military.
Oh, you gotta send that to me.
Out the side of the chopper, you're letting off, shooting into the mountains. So I found that on Instagram. I thought it was really, really cool, and I would love to do that. Just because, why not? You know. So that's
that sounds
one
so much
thing
fun.
That is on my bucket list. As of right now, like. My soon, I can do that soon.
Yeah.
Another one, one of my trucking friends, a female, she's going on a cruise. And she's going on a cruise for a month.
Oh man.
So far she's been to Hawaii. I think she had to live in Hawaii, and then from Hawaii to Australia, and she is leaving out of port in Australia. So she's going to all of these exotic places in the span of like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And so I would love to be able to do something like that for a month. Just because the average person doesn't get to take a month off. I mean, I don't know anyone. I mean, celebrity, politicians, otherwise, that gets a month off with no work. And I mean absolutely no work. And so with her being a truck driver, she gets to, and she's her own boss, so she has her own company. She can shut her company down and go and live life and actually enjoy life.
Yeah.
So shout out to her.
Big shout out. Live your life, sis. Enjoy yourself.
She is such a shero to me. So to see her and just go and just take a whole, month to vacation and do a cruise. And she did one last year, and went to all these different places. I want to say maybe like in Europe somewhere. She went over there for like a month. So shout out to her. And those are my 3.
All right. Okay, good stuff.
How about you?
Oh, for me, destination I want to go to Bali.
Okay.
Because one of my friends, she traveled there. No, she does. She travels a whole lot. I mean, her passport is stamped out the yin yang, and
multiple.
Passports. Oh yeah.
My passport has nothing.
My passport. Mine has Bahamas on it.
Mine's is brand new.
And that
it's got nothing.
But I want to go to Bali. Smells like a new book. I want to go to Bali because they have some pretty temples there. Because I like going exploring, seeing that stuff. As long as on land in a walking path and not where I can fall and die and stuff like that.
Right.
But Bali, I definitely want to go there. I also want to go somewhere here in the USA too. I haven't been to Hawaii.
Okay.
I do want to go there. Just because that's been a destination I want to go to since I was a kid. Is Hawaii. Just because, especially since my parents went.
That was all they projected to us coming up was Hawaii.
That was the best thing ever.
Nothing else was on the planet. The only vacation spot coming up for us was Hawaii.
So I want to go there, but seeing my parents went, they went last year. Mm-hmm. Since they went, I'm like, I got to get there. I got to get there now. And other destinations, I do want to see the Aurora Borealis. I want to go and see that.
The what?
The Aurora Borealis. The Northern Lights.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Alaska.
I want to go see that. However, they have a tour where you can do it in like a little heated dome vehicle because I don't like being cold. Okay. I don't do the cold. I don't do the cold, which is why I'll never live in Alaska. Because one, if my ears are cold, I'm angry. Mm-hmm. I hate anything on my face being cold. Mm-hmm. I can stand my feet being cold. I can stand my hands being cold. Not my face. Once my face cold, I'm mad and ready to go.
So as a fake Alaskan, I watch a lot of like Alaskan bush people.
You do
the Final Frontier. Why? I am not ashamed. I am a part of the Brown Town. Like,
oh my God,
I am so fascinated with those shows. Right up until it gets real, like Kodiak Bear. I seen one lady got beat up by a moose. I don't want to fight a moose. I want to see a moose and be like, "Hey, moose friend, you look majestic. Run, moose. There's a bear." But I don't.
Those things, moose
I don't want to.
Huge. They are some big animals.
That's another cruise I would love to take. They do have cruises on Carnival that go
to Alaska. They do. Alaska.
And I just would love to see some moose and bear from the boat.
Yeah, I need to be close to you.
Because I mean, currently, wherever I travel, I'm not able to take my walking body. I'm only able to take the one I have, and this one doesn't get away from situations so fast. So I can't sprint away from a moose. I can't sprint from a bear. So I want to be somewhere where I can safely, have the experience and get back home safely.
Yeah, when it comes to that nature, I'll let nature stay in nature.
There you go.
Okay, nature's where it is. Mm-hmm. I'm where humans are.
Right.
Okay, and if nature happens to invade where the humans are, guess what? I'm going back in the room.
Right.
That's where I'm going because I don't want any problems.
Honorary shout out to New Orleans. I would love to go.
That too, yes.
To New Orleans.
I want to do Mardi Gras or the Essence Festival. I want to do the Mardi Gras Essence.
Yeah.
I got to do one. I don't know about Mardi Gras because I don't at this point I don't care. I'm not young. Woo, getting drunk. I don't care. No.
I would like to do Mardi Gras just because I want to be engulfed in that New Orleans culture.
Yeah.
And just to hear a bunch of people that sound like they're from there.
Yeah.
And the way that they sound when they speak or whatever. I would love to just be in that versus Essence Festival, which is everybody coming from everywhere.
Right.
Same with Mardi Gras, but the locals celebrate a lot down there for that. So I would love to just be in that space with them for Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
But Essence Festival goes without saying. I think I want the version they had on Girls Trip.
Yeah, I want the fun version. I want the version where I gotta stand in lines and stuff like that. I want a fun version of the trip. Yeah. If I'm going, I gotta do the VIP experience the whole nine. I'm not gonna cut no corners. That's why one thing I learned about vacation. I ain't cutting no corners. No. If I'm going all the way.
Yeah.
I'm going all the way because I'm gonna be comfortable and enjoy myself.
Right. That's why it's so hard to like find people to travel with. Because like most people don't want to pay. They want the experience, but they don't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
It's no different than just driving 2 hours down to the beach and arguing with someone over getting a oceanfront view room,
right?
Versus a hotel 4 blocks over, and
that walk
it look like you got bed bugs and roaches.
The bugs.
Like it's not even a hotel. It's not.
That's so gross.
It's not even a motel. At this point, and so when I realize people are okay with those kind of travel accommodations, it's a no for me. And I typically travel by myself a lot because I don't mind paying the prices because it is what it is.
Right, and I want to enjoy the experience.
I want to be comfortable, and I know I'm paying for an experience, and I don't want to cheat myself out of that by trying to cut a corner.
Yeah, and again. When it comes to me going on vacation, me and the family going on vacation, I'm not cutting corners because I need to be comfortable. I'm sorry, when I fly first class. I can't fly nothing else.
I've never flown.
Oh.
Never. I've never gotten in a plane. And I have a friend, shout out to Luke, who is going to he's a pilot. He's going to take me in a plane for my first experience. So it won't be Delta, so it'll be like a private plane or one of the smaller planes. So I'm looking forward to that.
That'll be a good experience for you. That'll be a real good experience for you.
As long as I find me a Depends, I'm good.
I think you'd be high. I hope so. I really do. Ooh, all right. Now, next thing. Ooh, this one hard. I was thinking about this one all week.
Okay.
Music era you relate to the most?
Music era I relate to the most.
From 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 20s, whatever. What music era do you relate to the most? What era speaks to you the most?
Definitely the 90s. Because that's the time frame when I was a teenager, and I feel like you start to really learn yourself. And you start to develop these characteristics and things of who you are as a teenager. I ended 99 as a 19-year-old. So that's a very crucial time in my life. So you had, so like for me, it was like this influx of like the New York scene, Jay-Z and Biggie and Nas and
gritty rap,
Little Kim and Mary J. Blige, and so it was like and coming up in the 80s, I'm an 80s baby, so there was Salt and Pepper and KRS-One and people like that. So it's not that New York wasn't on the map for me, but just when you're a kid and you listen to your older cousins' music and things of that nature, it's just you listen to what they can relate to. So for me, that was the era when Maya came out and Bone Thugs and Harmony, which is my favorite group of all time. Because shout
out to Bone Thugs.
Shout out. As a kid, I used to always get teachers, family members, adults would stop me because I can talk really, really fast like them. And to me, the way they rap is how I would speak as a child. And I didn't realize that I was speaking in a manner that they couldn't understand. So I think that's one of the reasons why I love them so much, is because I could relate to how they rap, because that's how I spoke. And then, we got into the Dirty South, Trick Daddy. See, people forget, like, Slip and Slide Records.
Hey, Slip and Slide was killing it. I don't care what nobody says. Slip and Slide was killing it.
Outkast and Little John and the East Side Boy, Usher, Joe. It was such a good time for R&B and rap. Such a good time for fashion and trends. And of course you try to emulate it all. From rap skirts to clogs. And then being in middle school, high school, and they banning certain things because it for example, those clog shoes, because girls would get to fighting and be beating each other up with them. So I relate to that era the most because it felt very, for me, I would say, I don't know if I was paying attention much to the lyrics. I think a lot of the times you have the people that pay super close attention to the lyrics of a song, and I'm a type of person, especially in my younger years, I just paid attention to the vibe.
I got you.
The food just killing me softly.
Yeah.
More money, more problems. Like I can remember times, places, smells related to when those songs came out. What I was doing, who I was hanging with, where we went, how it felt. So for me, a lot of those songs that came out was just like a vibe. I didn't know some of it was like super risque or shouldn't have been listening to it at that age.
Oh yeah.
But it definitely was a time for me, especially living where we lived, inner city projects, to see people that look like you and just be in these like flashy videos and spaces. And then shout out to my mom because my mom is a huge country fan and old school R&B fan and things of that nature. So I grew up with a very eclectic ear for music. So MTV was popping back then. That's when MTV actually showed music
and not
videos.
Not just shows.
Right. So a lot of Simply Red and Rod Stewart and just the big 80s bands that turned 90s bands and the big hair still. And so it was such a lot of rock in our household and rap and R&B. And it just, for me, it was just a fun time in music. And it was a fun time of meshing music. Like when Run DMC and Aerosmith got together.
Oh yeah, Walk This Way, baby. Absolutely.
So, even at a certain point, like Linkin Park and Jay-Z got together and did a mashup. So I feel like for me, the 90s was such a fun time of just new birth to new things.
I got you.
And then, like I say, for me, I was coming into adulthood, going through my teens and ending my teenage years going into adulthood. So that's my era.
I got you. So mine's a little bit different. Mine is.
You better not say 1920.
Girl, no. I'm absolutely. Now, hold on. I do have a couple tracks from way back yonder that I listen to. I'm like, whoo. I was like, this stuff is. If y'all think this stuff we listen to now is risque, go back a little while. It's some couple of songs. Look up "Shave Me Dry." That's all I got. That's all I'm gonna say on that. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Look up "Shave Me Dry."
I want no parts of that.
And you think the lyrics now coming out of people are like, whoa, this is uncalled for.
I want no parts of that.
Listen, I'm telling you, the YouTube "Shave Me Dry." You will be like, they were saying this back then. Absolutely. So it literally ain't nothing new under the sun.
Right.
It ain't nothing new.
Right.
For me, the music that I relate to, it's between 95 and 2005.
Okay.
That time period, because that's when, all those, the same people you mentioned were out, like Jay-Z, Bone Thugs, Biggie, Pac, all of them. That's when all they were out. And as I was listening to it, a lot of that stuff, it didn't register with me because at 95, I was a teenager. Just turned a teenager at that too. Like I just hit 13. So that stuff didn't register with me. It was more about the vibe of it.
Right.
Until 1999. When Cash Money took over. And we just, and you literally have a picture of us. We just knew we were the hot boys.
Right.
We just knew that's who we were.
Right.
And we tried to dress like them too. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Jabot jeans.
Yeah. You literally have a picture of us. Mm-hmm. Okay? So Yeah, that was that. Especially, then I went Dirty South all the way. Lil Jon, the East Side Boys.
Mm-hmm.
I remember riding around Wayside actually.
But y'all got a lot of us in trouble with
He
that.
did. He was like, why is that music so loud? Why is he screaming?
We just in the house just for no reason, getting cussed out.
Oh man,
making noise.
Like what? For no reason at all, because that's what it was. And I used to play it so loud, and people like, he's not saying he ain't rapping. So what? Mm-hmm. It gets me where I need to go.
It's more like a chant.
It is.
We're gonna rock with it.
It gets me where I need to go. Yep. And especially around like 2000, once I hit 18, I was able to go out and stuff for real. I was driving and whatnot. Oh man, they come on in a club. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to fight, but I don't really want to do that because I'm a responsible human being. But yeah, let somebody come wrong, I'm gonna leave the place before I punch him in the face. But I still might punch him, but I'm still leave because I got common sense. But man, it got me to where I needed to go. So yeah, between that time, 95 to 2005, that's the era that really drives me, and I still listen to an awful lot of that music right now to this day. To this day, if it ain't the wrestling music, Roman Reigns that I'm listening to, it's a lot of that.
And it's crazy because I've never been a club person. When we were coming up and we were teenagers, they had a kiddie club. I don't know why they had that, but back in the day they had a kiddie club called Night World.
God!
I think Night World opened when I was maybe 13, 14, and literally was only for teenagers. And that was when I was in my reggae era.
What?
So that was when I was in. That was when reggae was like super popping. That's all we listened to. And so that's the only real like club experience I had. And like I said, because it was more of a kiddie environment, it wasn't too bad. Like I hear people talk about clubs as an adult. When I crossed over to adulthood, I can count on my hands how many times I've been to a club, and I just never really enjoyed the experience.
Yeah.
So I was that person, and plus I was always the DD. So
I get tired of driving drunk people home.
It's not so much as driving the drunk people home. It was more of the risk that was being taken when you're the person who doesn't drink, and at the time, I absolutely didn't drink at all, and I'm still more of a non-drinker than I am a drinker. Yeah. But at that time, even 21 and up, I didn't drink at all. Right. Like I just didn't drink. I didn't like the taste of drinking. I didn't enjoy drinking, and so I started realizing that my invites to the club
was to drive me home. Yeah.
Invites to the club for me to have fun. But when you're going to a club and it's 6, 7 girls, and you're one of them, and you got to try to wrangle 5 and 6 totally wasted people, it gets real dangerous when the club's lets out. So
you gotta make sure everybody go home, make sure everybody go nowhere.
I fell in love with fun things like maybe going to a bar and shooting pool, or just kicking it in the neighborhood with people who were more homebodies like myself.
I got you. Yeah, that club scene, it seems appealing, but then when you get in there after a while, all right, enough of this. And when alcohol, it just straight up alcohol is disgusting. Absolutely. I'll tell anyone this any day of the week. Give me the girliest drink on the menu. Yeah. I want something that tastes good. I'm not paying I don't want my chest to burn when I drink this. Make a man. No. I want something that's good. I'm paying for this. Why am I paying for pain?
I used to trip out people when they were like, let's take shots. And I'm younger than, my 2 older sisters. So that's where I learned a lot of things from. And it's like, you see them taking shots and you think,
I know things.
You don't know, but until you actually experience that. I think the first time I've experienced a shot, I snatched my shirt off my chest and down. I thought I was growing chest hair. I was like,
that's not a good feeling. I don't care what anyone says. It does not feel good to feel something burn going down your throat. It don't feel good. And I'm not here for it.
I will crack open a 6-pack of Yoo-Hoo in a minute.
Ty, if all they got to drink is hard liquor, guess who ain't drinking that night? Me, because I'm not here for it. Not here for it. No. I tried in my younger years, not a fan of it. Especially now that I'm older, no, not doing it no more.
Faded now.
Not doing it.
I'm right here now searching magnesium supplements.
We up here talking about cholesterol medicine and whatnot too. I'm like, no, I'm not.
I'm not built like that.
No, I'm more enjoy what I drink. I ain't gonna say, that went down smooth. No,
I may be built round, but I'm really a square. I'm a big square. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not that exciting. I promise you. I'm round and fluffy. I'm a juicy girl. But personality wise, I'm such a square, and I'm okay with that.
You know what? Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong.
Thank you, cousin.
It's a song called "Hip to Be Square."
Really?
Yes, it's "Hip to Be Square." Old school song. So yes, that's right. You know what? Square me up. Square me right on up. All right, now, last thing I want to get to on this one. I thought about this too because I got way too many and I shouldn't have, but I do. Terrible movies that you absolutely love. They were bashed by critics. We're deemed like, oh, whoever made this, who thought this would be good. But you like, you know what? I don't care what they say. I like it. What you got on that? Give me. I can run down about 12 for me. But let's cut it off at about like 4. Let's call it like 3 or 4.
Okay. The first one I want to go with is a movie called Sprung.
With Tisha Campbell and her last name is Parker.
Guy Torry.
Her last name is Parker. I know the movie. I know the movie. I know the premise of the movie too. And you know what? I watch it.
Okay, so
I watch it. I watch it. That's how I know exactly who was in it.
A lot of people thought that movie was like so trash. I mean, it wasn't like a known or put out there popular movie, but people thought it was like so trash and like, oh, I can't believe you watched that. But I found it very entertaining, very amusing. I'm like, this is a good movie.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it.
It's no different than when I hear people, online saying, go watch this on Netflix. By the way, I don't have Netflix. I know I need to catch up in life. I'm a little behind. But I'm just like, Who Found My Dog? What? So you see people online saying, go watch Who Found My Dog. I don't want to watch it. It doesn't even sound like something I want to watch. So when I found the movie Sprung, it was like, okay. And it's like one of those things where you watch something and you kind of feel like, oh, this is going to be terrible, or oh, it's low budget or whatever. But the more you watch it, the more you get into it, it becomes an amazing movie to you.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to get a lot of heat from this, but the African movies they play for you when you go get your hair braided, I love those with everything in me.
You talking about White Hunters? Because I know what they are too. They have a theme song, and I play that theme song at random times of the year just to remind my wife because she got me into those movies.
Listen, the ladies that used to braid my hair at the hair shop I used to go to, imagine getting your hair finished and you're in the middle of a movie. And they're literally finishing you up and, giving you the mirror and everything. And they're trying to collect payment. But you are so into this movie. Like, it's like another 45 minutes to an hour. You're not ready to go. You want to see the conclusion. So they told me where I could go to get those movies.
Yeah.
Because they're not made here. So you have to go to the shops they go to get them. But I would say I can't even give you the names of them because there's so many of them.
It is a lot.
And, getting your hair braided, and sometimes your hair can take 8-9 hours to get braided.
And you could do
you're watching like 4 or 5 movies, right?
Yeah, easy.
So you never know the names, but they just become these. You get so invested. I think that's what it is more than anything. You're so invested in an outcome that it doesn't even matter that the movie kind of sucks or is low budget. You're so invested.
Now I tell you, I looked at the whole series of White Hunters. I looked at the entire series. Okay, and I looked at it just for the theme song whenever it would come on. Okay. I didn't care nothing about what was happening in the movie. Just whenever the theme song came on, I was like, yep, they would just play at random times in the movie. A car driving down the street. Like, yeah, that's what I want to hear. I just look at it just
What's your movie that's like everybody hates? Everybody hates, but you.
I don't care what anyone says. I like Soul Plane.
I've never actually. It's like it'll come on and I'll watch it, maybe 5-10 minutes here and there, but I've never actually sat and watched the whole movie.
True. I can say try to, but then I can see how, like, all right, that's enough of this. I can see on both ends of it. I can see that, but I like soul playing.
Okay.
I like soul playing because, one, ridiculous premise. In the airplane, you're gonna buy one plane with $800 million. One plane cost you $800 million.
Wow.
That's a problem. You overspent, buddy. You really overspent. One plane does not cost $800 million.
Right.
You overspent. So, and just the fact that everything that have first of all, planes can have floors. I've seen them where, you know, like especially the big jumbo ones, but to have that many floors in an airplane, really? What are you flying here? You're flying a cruise ship. What are you doing? You are flying a cruise ship.
I'm gonna throw in, since you threw soul plane, I'm gonna throw in snakes on the plane.
Hey, I love snakes on the plane.
I'm just like,
hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I love snakes on the plane.
We're fighting for our life in the air.
With snakes on the plane.
Y'all put all these exotic, deadly snakes. Not one kind snake.
Yeah, not one
little American black snake.
Not no garden snake nowhere.
Garden snake. You got all the biggest
trying
and
to
the
kill
baddest
us.
snakes that even try to kill each other. You got them all on one plane. And we're 4,000 leaks up in the air, and I know leaks don't go in the air. I know that's the sea, but I'm just saying, if we're not gonna make sense here, let's talk about it.
Let's not make sense all the way.
Actually, I'm just like,
that's how you plan on killing me?
I just feel like the plane would have crashed. One snake gets the pilots, and so for me, snakes on the plane was like,
my only thing with that is once they found out there were actual snakes on the plane, can't you just land the plane?
There you go.
You just land the plane and get
there
off.
You go.
Why we in the air with this?
It just so happens that plane's flying over the ocean for the next 12 hours. There's nothing to land on because we purposely picked this way to go with all the deadliest snakes on the plane. So that's why I say snakes on the plane for me was like, this is
not good, but I'll watch it. Another one for me, that movie that isn't, well, I'm not gonna say it isn't good.
You're trying to find the right
I'm trying to find the right words to put it. Oh man. Now, have you heard of the station called Tubi?
I hate Tubi.
Taya, I love a movie on Tubi called The Neighborhood Dope Man. Love it. I love that. Taya, the acting in it is horrible. The scenes are terrible. The everything about that movie speaks of they had $13 and 2 hours to shoot this movie and won't no editing done at all. They got it done. I like that movie. I like it.
Hear me and hear me good. Anybody who watches Tubi movies would literally bite your baby. They just look at your baby and bite it. You wanna know why? Because they can sit through Tubi movies.
I've bit my own child before, so what? He bit me, I bit him back. What you mean?
Listen,
I ain't got no problem with that.
He might have had beef. I don't know.
Hey, he bit me. Oh, okay.
I can't consider that the same.
You bite me, I'm biting you back.
What's the movie where the people just literally like go into the trans and they start doing like crazy stuff?
Which one?
I can't think of the name of it.
Do they end up killing themselves?
I think
you're talking about The Happening with Mark Wahlberg and
I feel like
I like that movie too. Surprisingly, people think that the movie is dumb.
Like people who watch Tubi go into that trance and will literally just go bite babies.
Now I don't go into a trance. My kids bite me, I bite them back. I don't bite random children.
I think I was at a friend's house recently and go figure, she's in there Tubiing it up. Mm-hmm. And when I see a shootout scene at a strip mall, and I see people walking to their cars with their bags, like they're in no rush.
They don't acknowledge this movie at all.
Don't even acknowledge
That's the best part about Tubi movies.
They don't even acknowledge that you're filming.
Those are the best things to see. Like, this should be an outtake, but it's in the movie.
What makes me so angry is that I know some of these people that are doing these movies, writing, shooting, all of that, went to school for this. And you were probably F students. You probably flunked out. You probably got put out. Because there's no way. I mean,
they knew enough to make a movie.
No, actually, they didn't.
They
knew enough to play in your face. When I saw the guy have a shootout, at like a Foot Locker at a strip mall. But there's a lady walking her kids to the car, another guy walking this.
None about none of this.
Y'all don't even clear the background and make sure no one's in it while you're shooting.
You think they got the budget to clear background? That require them to talk to people. We got to do this quick. We ain't got permits.
It doesn't require a budget. It requires looking around.
They ain't got permits to do this.
4, 3, 2, 1, shoot.
They ain't got permits for none of
If
this
you
stuff.
had 30 seconds to shoot that monstrosity, you had 30 seconds to make sure nobody was in the background of your shot.
If you think mall security was running after them, they had to hurry up and get that thing done.
I was like, this is horrible.
But those are the best things about Tubi movies. Those are the best to me. I love looking at the nonsense.
And then Tubi should be arrested. The makers of Tubi should be arrested.
Oh no, man! They're a national treasure. Tubi, you are welcome with me. You are welcome with me. Maybe not my cousin, but me, I got you. Okay, you are welcome here, Tubi. Tubi movies are great.
When we grew up, in order to see skin and body parts, you had to watch Cinemax, HBO.
You sure did.
I'm sitting at her house talking to her, and I see a whole woman's part.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because nobody knew how to film that.
Yeah, Tubi just flashing right up like, hey, now.
I don't want to know her like that. Don't want to know her like that.
A Tubi will flash with unexpected nudity. I'm like, I ain't no noodles in this movie. It'll just flash.
Hey, was that a woman's part? Like,
yeah, I was like, oh, hey, why is his pants down? I didn't expect that.
Right.
Like, hey.
So I was like, nah, Tubi's not for me.
Oh, but Tubi's welcome here with me. I like Tubi movies. All right, but that'll wrap us up on this one, everyone. Again, follow us on all our social stuff. Like, share, subscribe to Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, iHeart, all that jazz. Till next time, peace.